Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. NASCAR Cup Series Cookout Southern 500, one of the crown jewel races in NASCAR. The 123rd race held at Darlington International Raceway. The very first Southern 500 was held in 1950. This track has seen 7 generations of NASCAR Cup Series cars. This is one of the oldest tracks on the circuit. Martinsville is the only one older. Darlington, too tough to tame. The Lady in Black. You know, you could luck into a Daytona 500 victory. No offense, Derek Cope. No offense, Michael McDowell. They were following the leader, Dale Earnhardt. 1990, he blew a tire, cut a tire. Derek Cope won. Michael McDowell, because the leaders crashed each other. That happened. Penske teammates. But Darlington, you don't luck into a Southern 500 win. You got to go out there and you got to drive the wheels off of it to get a Southern 500 victory. All right, in the last 11 Southern 500s, Toyota's won 7, Ford has won 4. The last Chevrolet to win at Darlington, it was in 2014, Kevin Harvick. So we got 501.322 miles around this tough track, 367 laps. 3 stages, 115, 115, and 137. The one thing that makes Darlington so unique is you're literally running inches from the wall. It's called the Darlington Stripe. And as Richard Petty would say, that was back in the day when they had the guardrail around there. And the line was right next to the guardrail. Once they put the wall in, they moved the wall out a little bit, so there's a little bit more room there, and kind of the line changed. But at that point in time, it was a guardrail. So you just strap that guardrail, so your right rear quarter panel would have nothing left on it at the end of the day. Earlier this year, the first race for the next gen at Darlington, Joey Logano won stage 1, Ross Chastain stage 2. The top 10 was Joey Logano, we all know, the bump and run. Now, like Joey said, William Byron ran him dirty on the restart, ran him up. That was his payback. So Joey paid him back. Joey got the victory. Taylor Reddick was second, followed by Justin Haley, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Michael McDowell, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez. We had 9 cautions for 47 laps. Joey Logano led 107 laps. Denny Hamlin 42. Kyle Larson led 30 until engine trouble caused him to leave the event, just like at Daytona. That's the one thing that any driver, not just any drivers, any driver, if you want a shot at this championship, those kind of issues cannot be there. On the intermediate tracks this year, I'm talking Vegas, Darlington, Kansas, Charlotte, Gateway, Nashville. Christopher Bell's averaged 7.1, Joey Logano 10.3 with 2 wins, Kyle Larson 10.83, Kyle Busch 10.83, Ross Chastain 11.3 with a win, Kevin Harvick 12.8, Martin Truex Jr. 13.0. Speaking of Kyle Busch, he had mentioned today in the media scrum that he should have an announcement in the next 7 to 10 days on what's going to happen in 2023. I know there's speculations of RCR, of Colic. One thing he has said that KBM is a big piece of it. My opinion, he stays with Joe Gibbs for 1 more year. They were going to put together sponsorship. I actually think the sponsorship part of it's going to be Camping World. I just have a feeling when they announced that they were going to not sponsor the Truck Series any longer, and next year it's going to be the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series once again. I just had a feeling that Camping World might be doing something on Kyle Busch's car, because just feeling I have, because Camping World sells Rowdy Energy. The owner of Camping World was an investor in Rowdy Energy when it first got started. Just an idea there. We'll see what happens, but I just have a feeling about that one. All right, the last 7 races at Darlington. Kevin Harvick 3.4 with 2 wins. Joey Logano 9.0 with a win. Kyle Larson 10.5. Denny Hamlin 10.7 with 2 wins. Austin Dillon 11.1. Martin Truex Jr. 11.7 with a win. Eric Jones 13.3 with a win. Now, if you look at Darlington, Nashville, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Darlington is 1.366 mile. Nashville is 1.33 mile. Worldwide Technology Gateway is 1.25 mile. Pretty similar there in size. If you look at just those 3 races this year, Joey Logano, 3.66 average finish with 2 wins. Christopher Bell, 7.66. Ryan Blaney, 8.0. Chase Elliott, 9.0. Eric Almirola, 11.0. Tyler Reddick, 12.0. Austin Cindric, 12.0. Now, in the last 4 years, so 17, 18, 19, and 21, 20, 19, and 18, the last 4 years, in the first playoff race, the champion last year finished second, 20th the year before, 19th, and 4th. So you can have a not so great first race of the playoffs and still recover. Speaking of the playoffs, so this is race 27 of the season, of 36 race season. This is race 1 of 10 of the playoffs, and this is the race 1 of the round of 16. We have 16 drivers running for a championship right now. The 15 winners from the year, and then Ryan Blaney, the one non-winner. Kurt Busch did win, but he will not be racing for a championship. We found out that because the 45 is in the owner championship, they put Bubba Wallace in the 45, Ty Gibbs in the 23. Denny also announced that if Kurt were to come back, he would go to the 23, and Bubba Wallace is in the 45 for at least the rest of their playoffs, because that 45 is in the owner points, because typically in Cup Series you don't have a car with a win like that high in points in the owner side of it, because it's for the 45. A lot of people have a problem with this. I personally don't. So we got Chase Elliott plus 33 to the cut line, Joey Logano plus 18, Ross Chastain plus 13, Kyle Larson plus 12, William Byron plus 7, Denny Hamlin plus 6, Ryan Blaney plus 6, Tyler Reddick plus 5, Kevin Harvick plus 5, Christopher Bell plus 4, Kyle Larson plus 3. Right now, Chase Briscoe is in 12th in points plus 2. 2 points out in 13th is Daniel Suarez. 3 points out in 14th is Austin Cindric. 3 points out in 15th is Alex Bowman. And in 16th in points, 4 points behind the cut line, is Austin Dillon. Make sure you check out the playoff preview that I've already put up here for the Cup Series. You'll see it running across the top there. My 4 picks to win the Cookout Southern 500. Joe Logano. Because of that win in Nashville, got that win at Darlington earlier in the year, ran well at, win at Worldwide Technology, win at Darlington, and ran well at Nashville. 2 wins on those tracks. Averaged 10.3 on the intermediates this year. Kevin Harvick, in the last 7 races, averaged 3.4 at Darlington. He can sure get around Darlington really well. Christopher Bell, 6th place in the spring race at Darlington, 7.1 on the intermediates this year. I can see him running up front and getting that victory. Denny Hamlin is another one. 2 wins in Darlington in 7 races. He's always ran well there. That's basically the main reason I picked him. Now, my opinion, I said this in my playoff preview. If Denny Hamlin wins this race, Mr. Chastain will get Chastained before Bristol, or at Bristol. My opinion, and my opinion only, Ross Chastain's not winning the championship in 2022. Multiple drivers have said this, but hey. Alright, that is the 4 picks. So Logano, Harvick, Bell, and Hamlin. Cookout Southern 500. Sunday night, afternoon, into evening. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports talent content.